everyone. Welcome back to the studio. If you are new here, my name is Karynjean, and I'm glad you've decided to join us today. This is our second video on our second Shabby Dabby Doodah inspired journal. I have I've done some things. I haven't sewn the signature in yet, but I believe I'm ready to sew it in, and this is more work. I don't think I've ever put this much work into a signature before sewing it in. My mind has been thinking a few steps ahead, so maybe that's a good thing. So I will take you through it. Here's the base. It doesn't have that many pages. The pages are thicker. It is only one signature. There's going to be flips and stuff, flip outs and stuff that are going to go in later. So I do want to get it in here. So here we have the signature cover. This is one of Tina's prints. The theme is obviously sunflowers, farmyard. I think her farm is mainly just roosters and chickens, quite honestly. And then we have this beautiful fabric, which is also a lot of sunflowers. It's, for some reason, I want to say it's French. It reminds me of France because it's a baguette and wine, lots of wine, different kinds of wine. It's just very pretty. So, and this is hand-done paper. So there's our first page, and we have lined paper here. I actually inked all the edges with walnut stain. So there's one, there's two. Last time I said I was going to play around with different dyes to see what I can come up with, if anything, if I want to use them or not. And so this is one that I've done. It's 65-pound paper. This isn't reinforced, so hopefully it'll rip easily. It will rip easily if yanked on. Then we have here, this is envelope pockets, huge side envelope pockets. There's another page, which I've, just like the first one, I put index book page on the back of that. Then this is just a piece of paper that I have in an 8x8 paper stack. And I dulled down the white with old, what is it called? Old paper distress oxide, just to get rid of the brightness a bit. And I also did it on this side as well, just to tone it down a little bit. And here's our signature center, which is made out of a file folder. And we have it turned up here for pockets. We did this together. And then here we go, now to the back of the signature. Now this is, I said it's an 8x8 paper stack, so it's only 8 inches, obviously not big enough. So I added this piece of paper, made this a side pocket tuck here. This here is just like a bit of lattice die that I have. So I did it on this piece of paper. Then between it, I put, that's just tracing paper. And then this is taken from my Barnes Foundation book. I just did it for the colors. We'll decorate it a little bit up there. And so that's that. So we have a pocket here, and then that's all that is. Then we have that here. We have the envelopes again. We have that bright mustard color paper, lined paper, and there we go. So now I'm going to sew it in, and we'll go from there. So I'll see you in a little while. Okay, I am back. I have the signature sewn in here. It's a little bit loose, more loose than what I had thought I was doing with it, but that's okay. It is a 5-hole pamphlet stitch. Okay, and it's all in. It looks rather nice. Do a quick flip. Right, the envelope. Okay. That flip, that came out nice. And what I'm doing now is, actually I'm going to clip it closed. What I'm doing now is I am playing around with envelopes. This is not envelope that I just took the top off. But I can make my own using book page. Oh my gosh. I'm going to forget her name again. I'll put her, link her video in the description box. It's not Julie. It begins with a J. It might be Julie. I don't know. She's in England. And her channel name is, excuse me, Camille Craft Designs, I think. And she's quite entertaining. And she had envelopes like this in a nice off-white color that were window envelopes that she purchased. Now remember, she's over in Great Britain. I'm not quite sure. And she like opened them up, trimmed them down a little bit. She had a window envelope that she was making using this to flip, and it was a double pocket, and it just looked really cute. Now the only window envelopes I have are these American size. And this is just, it's too long. It needs to be shorter. And then I said, why am I going through all that? Because I'm only going to cover them with book page and stuff anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and make them out of book page. This is one sheet of the index from the Atlas. I just trimmed down, what did I trim down? I might have trimmed down the one side. And then I just cut it in half. Folded up this edge here, because this was the bottom of the paper. I'll glue that down on the inside, and here's our little flap to make it a flip out in the journal. But what I'm going to do is I have to decide which side I want to put a window, and then I'll just throw it, listen to me, put it through the die cut machine and make my own window. All right, so I'm going to do that, and I'll be back. Okay, I thought I would just take you through this real quick. So here I have the paper. I'm doing it opposite this one. So I'm just folding it over to the end of the lettering so that I have that small bit to then make that it's the same way kind of that you could make like a paper bag for a journal. You do this, you do the thing, and then you have like a paper bag in a journal. But we're making a flip out envelope instead. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fold it up, about yay big, 1/2 inch or so, right? And I am going to take it here and just notch it in there, notch it in here a bit, and then we're just going to cut it straight, hopefully cut it straight across. You know me and cutting things straight across. And it's okay if you go up a little bit, right? Actually, it would have been better probably if I had cut it on the fold, because see, no, that's okay. I am going, you can, if you want, have it glued on the outside. I'm going to glue it on the inside though. Glue it down like that. Like so. And then this will be the freestanding fold. This might require this being, I'm wondering if it's going to require that being trimmed down just a little bit. Should be okay. So we're going to have a pocket here, but then we're going to make it a double pocket now. And by doing that, that could just be a matter of just putting another piece of book page on top of there. Actually, I did not watch her full video, so I don't know how she did it, quite honestly. But, you know, do it any way you want to do it, I would think, would be the easiest answer to that. All right, so I'm going to, I love having my new switch machine behind me. It makes it very easy to do these things. I'm going to go ahead and make sure I have it right side up. going to go ahead and first we need to figure out, I need to figure out what shape I want it to be. Do I want, we could do a circle. Do I want, I can do any shape I want, quite honestly. I don't know where my infinity circle dies are. They're usually right here with me. But I might have seen as how I rearranged when I got the Big Shot, the switch. So they might be behind me. All right, so I'm gonna figure out what kind of windows I want and I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. Listen to me. The dog was going a little bit berserk because I got a UPS delivery. Got two things. Got the new bark box. Bella is once again able to get monthly bark box. And also I had ordered stuff online at Michael's, so that came in. So there's that. Just so you know. All right, so now we have two of these, and oh, that window is in the wrong spot, but that's okay. I thought I had it in the right spot. Ouch. I guess I did not. Now let's put this back down. Now the thing, I mean, the window is fine there, and it's just a little crooked. Just a little crooked, but we can fix that. I need to pull out some plastic packaging to make the window there. So here's a bit of one. Let's see what we have. And this should be just fine. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use double-sided adhesive around the edge there. This here, whoops. What's that? This here is where the hole is, right? So I'm just going to cut that off there. And it's kind of hard to see. It's kind of hard for me to see, truthfully. We can just about do it. We do this. And, okay. And there, I think. We're going to have to cut that open like a bolt. Let's see if I can do it this way without really taking anything away from it. There. Oops. And now before we do anything, I'm gonna put that piece back away. I am going to, geez Louise, pull this over, and now this, I don't know, old paper, I don't think old paper. We're going to go back to our walnut stain and just ink the edges around there. And I think I'll probably just use this to do that, right? Works for me. And because I'm going to make it a double pocket, but I don't know how I'm going to do that. I have to think about that for half a mo. And we're going to collage on top of this, of course. So there. Just to give it a little bit of that. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. And yeah, I am being extremely messy, I realize. That's perfectly okay. You know me, I don't mind the messy. Actually, I prefer it to be a little messy. As I always say, I prefer it a little messy. Now, okay, we've done that. I'm going to take, I don't know if this is going to be enough. I'm going to have to take this skinny double-sided adhesive. Skinny double-sided adhesive to go around here. Gonna go right up to the edge if I can. And actually, I'm going to tear the release paper away as I go. Oh, so one of the things I got from Michael's, I think I told you, it's this rotating wire thing to hold the my acrylic paint bottles, which are 2 ounce, not 3 ounce. I was worried for a moment because it's a tight squeeze, which I guess is what you want. Wasn't sure they were going to fit, but it's a much better solution for them for me. And I have room to grow there, but I could put other things there as well, not just my acrylic paints. Could put some other things there too. Okay, now this, can't see a gosh darn thing. And okay, I'm thinking. There. We got something going on over here. Oh, this here, a little bit too wide. And I'm thinking that I'm probably going to want to maybe put some micropore down here so that things don't get caught. Let's pull out the micropore. I wonder if they make this in more narrow. So I'm going to just cut a little piece there, and I don't know, hopefully cut it in half this way. So that I can go there with it, and down the side here with it. I think that probably will be enough just on the top and the one side. Okay, and now we need to repeat. So also what I ordered, I'll show you, is these, they're stickers, sunflower stickers. They're big, they're small, for this journal. And then also these, these are dimensional. Aren't they pretty? I'll probably I know I will take off the little foam tape on the back before I put them down. You know how I do usually with the Dollar Tree stickers like that. Ooh, I do have, I have to get those out. I have Dollar Tree sunflower stickers as well. I'll have to look to see. I'll do a 2-for-1 because because they're dimensional, so that there's on top of each other. You know, they put two on top, one on top of the other, I should say. And they do have a piece of foam tape, foam square, something holding them together. I usually disassemble that depending upon what I'm doing, simply because I try to keep the journals, the pages, well, I try to, as flat as possible, so that it doesn't add bulk. The bulk isn't being added by stickers, I guess That's what I'm trying to say. Now where's that other, here it is, right here. Here it is, right here. Yes. Piece of double-sided adhesive. Let's see if we can get that off. Okay, now we have this here. Okay. And we're going to do the same thing. Hopefully, that's the wrong one. Might have been easier to cut it in half before I cut it off the roll. Might have been easier, I'm not sure. We'll first do the side, and then we'll go across the top. Whoops. Go across the top. Not too far over though. There. I'm going to put this little bit right down here. And that's just a, oh, I guess I'm not, come on. There, just a touch of double-sided adhesive right there. Okay, now, what we're doing is we're going to, and we could use wet glue, but I'm thinking I'm going to use, I'm not going to use wet glue. I think I'm going to go back here. Use this and use this. Now, there. And now for this one. And there, and I have not yet done anything to close them down the side to make them a pocket, I realize. And what I can do to do that is I can just take, I could just do this piece of scrap, fold it in half. I should have done this before I closed it. That's perfectly fine. Let's see how we're doing. But now I have, and you could do these with other book page too if your book page is big enough, right? You just could do it like with a piece of book page like this. The same premise. The text would be going the wrong way, but the text would be going this way, right? You do, let's take a look and see. Let's do it this way. There, and you fold this over to make for the hinge, right? And if you're going to decorate it anyway, it doesn't really matter that the book page is going in the wrong direction, but that's another thing you could do with book page. But as I was saying here is just folding this scrap piece in half. Just angle them a little bit. And then this can go here, right? That can go there, and it'll be a slightly gusseted pocket. I'm thinking. Look at this. We can put sheep's bit. I don't know. Let's pull this out. Awfully nice. And we can actually sugar shoes. I don't care about covering that up. We can make this, except there's all this writing here. We could make it a side pocket, and maybe one of the ways, if we can do that, if we it's going to have to be glued down, so we can glue it here. This is just me. Let's just figure this out, right? Let's make a hinge, so to speak. We have a hinge here that'll go here, inside here. And that can be a side pocket, and this is a top pocket. Except it's on, and I just creased it there. I would want it, here we go, I would want it over here. We're doing it here. I would want it, well, no, remember it's going to be a side. So we'll do this. Like so. This can be over here. Side pocket. This would be glued down. Then this is the hinge on the page. We might actually have to trim this in a little bit. Like so. Now, gonna need to, here we go. Me not being the cut a straight line person, taking about 1/4 of an inch, 1/4 of an inch, simply because I want this to have room to and we can trim that down. Okay. there. And this one is going to need to be trimmed down. I'm going to take it to the trimmer. Why not? The last bit. Now she takes it to a trimmer. Now she takes it to the trimmer. Okay. And so we have, if we can get this in here, straight. It's not straight. That is straight. This is not straight. There. We could trim that down too. Oh, we're figuring this out as we go, my friends. Why is that still like that? Something's not straight. Is it the page itself? Okay, hold on a second. I'm going to take a little bit off the bottom. Okay, I think I have it now. As I take a little bit off of here, a little bit off of there, let me scooch it down some. Okay, so I want this glued on the top and the bottom. In here, because it's going to be there, I'm actually going to fold it in, I think. I'm going to fold it in and if I just glue the one side here to close it, okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw a little bit of, watch me, I'm just throwing things around. We're going to put a little bit of wet glue here to make sure that stays down. And then we're going to put it on the back here, just a little bit. I should probably be using double-sided adhesive for this portion of there. There we have that pocket. And now we can use wet glue. For some reason, I'm a little bit fearful of using the wet glue on this. Let's just do a little bit. Oops, like that's too much. I'm using the wrong bottle. And I forgot to, what did I forget to do? I forgot to ink the edges. Now this is the top pocket with the window, and this is a side pocket. And let's see if we can get into it. We're getting into it. This should have been cut at an angle, but I did not cut it at an angle, so do a little bit of wet glue there. I know. It's a long walk around the barn, isn't it? I'll always think of Jay Morrell when I say that. Let me get a slug. Oh. Okay, so there is one, right? And then the journaling card we put in here, we're going to have to make sure something, whatever's there, through the window. Now this one, we can do the same thing if we so desire. Giant sunflower, there we go. All right, let's see. Whoops. This feels like two pieces of paper. 219, it is. Black-Eyed Susan, look at this, this is great. Okay. Oh, isn't that pretty, 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 pretty. Now, the same thing here. Oh, gosh, golly. And picture's on the wrong side. I don't want to lose it, right? I want the picture on the outside. And this book is all the same. What do we have here? This is a good size. Field Daisy. Buttercups. Black-Eyed Susan. Sunflowers. Look, here we go. Oh. I think I pulled out more than what I had intended to pull out. But that's okay. Now, this one smells like old book page. I could do that one. I can do... We could do this one. Lord knows I just made a mess of that. All right. Let's see. How's that? That is too much. Too much. Actually, I wonder if I do this, right? Because there's already a fold there. Huh? thinking now. I'm thinking now. And yep. Right here. Okay, I'm going to nip the corner just a bit. There. And before I do anything else, I mean, it's already an old book page. Let's just get those in a little bit. Okay, now, once again, this will be glued back to there. I'm going to use the precision tip. Excuse me. And putting it there. Right. Which is fine because this is going to be glued down here. All right, we're cooking with gas. I hope we're cooking with gas. I don't know. Do you think we're cooking with gas yet? Oh. There. So this is a side pocket here, and this is a top pocket here. Fabulous, fabulous, yay! Give that lady a hand. I'm going to keep these out, just add them to the bucket. And hold on while I put this away. Sorry. Oh gosh, let me fix that. Ooh, hello. Okay. Oof, okay. Now, what you say we get to decorating these? Thinking, do I have any fussy cuts? I might, but then again, I ain't. Listen to me. I'm not thinking of using them. What do we have in here? Anything fun? These are all very shiny, glittery kind of thing. And I'm just going to make sure I see this so that like, see, that's awfully pretty, but that can also be, let's get the journaling cards out. What do we have? We have, let's measure it from this side. I'm going to say 3.5 by 5 for that one, and this one I'm going to say 3.5 again by 5 again, 3.5 by 5. Okay, let's just use all right, let's try this. I'm not gonna all right, I'll pull out the blade again. How big is this? I'm not sure this is glued to all the way the edge. Okay, there's 5. Just smooth that out. 3.5. 3.5. Could be that 5 is not big enough. I might need to go, that might be one of my problems, is that 5 is not tall enough. It's not. 5.5. Okay, so I'm going to take this down. Oh, God. A 1/2 inch. Okay. Okay, I guess. Okay, I guess. I don't know if I can take this one down a 1/2 inch. Oh, I have to glue that back again. Where to come undone. Okay. One more time. Okay. Okay, so here are our 2 journaling cards. There. And no, this one needs to be, no, I glued down the other one, not this one. Okay, no worries, no worries. Okay, now the first thing I want to do is I want to round these corners. And I will do them at a 1/2 inch. And a 1/2 inch. In case I forgot to say it before, I've decided that the corner rounder likes it better when it doesn't like thin paper. It likes it when there's a little bit more for it to grab onto. Okay. Now for here, I'm first going to do the edges, and then we'll decorate the card, and I'll probably go around and do the edges again. Okay. And this is just a few pages of book page glued together with glue stick. And once it dries, it becomes pretty sturdy. Okay, so this one, we're going to do this one first. Let's just stick you in here. Boom. Here we go. This here, we need to decorate the envelope and we need to decorate the card. And I'm looking at this. I'm just taking a look to see where we need to put our decoration. And actually, what just happened to, here they are, those pages that I just ripped out. I can fussy cut these out. Why don't I do that? Not these, though. I'm not going to fussy cut these out. But I can fussy cut these out. All right. Well, I'm going to do some fussy cutting. I'll be back. Okay, my friends, I'm going to end the video here because it's almost an hour long. Thank you so much for spending your valuable time with me. Let your imagination fly. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you next time.